Ayyoub Bouaddi is a player who demands the ball and is heavily involved in the game. It feels safe to say he's the next gem from the Lille Academy, following in the footsteps of players the Academy has helped produce in the past, with the likes of Eden Hazard and Benjamin Pavard. But discussing one of his contemporaries, Lenny Yoro, at the same club is more relevant. He will be looking for a similar rapid ascension as the man linked with many European giants, having just turned 18. In this video, I will explain and analyze a player who can have a similar impact to these great players, giving an analysis of his strengths and weaknesses, his playstyle, and giving an insight on what his future might hold. His primary positions are as a center midfielder, defensive midfielder, and attacking midfielder, though he mostly plays as a defensive midfielder in a pivot or as a number 8. He is versatile and can play in a lot of roles, but his main playstyle is of a midfield controller. Some people call it a quarterback, but basically the role is a pivot who links the defense and the attack, orchestrating the game with their passing and vision. Later on, I'll talk about his amazing passing and vision in more detail, as well as other strengths and weaknesses. Now, for his strengths and weaknesses, his passing has some great range and timing, and he can do both long and short passes pretty accurately. He's very comfortable under pressure and he demonstrates great press resistance, and he uses his lanky frame very effectively to win ball from attackers, so his tackling is actually pretty good despite him being pretty weak physically. His anticipation is really good, he can quickly read the game and he makes some effective interceptions. Now, his weaknesses are not many, but his concentration can fluctuate between high intensity play and relaxed tempo, which leads to some inconsistencies. His passing selections can improve. He should improve his timing and choice of passes, particularly in line-breaking opportunities. Physically, although he's already decently strong, physical maturance could enhance his defensive capabilities as a defensive midfielder. As for his development and potential, the right coaching can unlock his full potential, but there's a risk of bad coaching pigeonholing him into a single role or risking his development of a playstyle. He is also very likely to attract interest from top European clubs as he develops. He's already getting minutes in the UCL and in the Ligue 1. He does need to refine his concentration and pass selection to reach his full potential and become even better. These are important attributes, and I hope his coaching staff are already working on this individual training focus. He's very capable of becoming an all-phase midfielder who could evolve into a box-to-box player or a deep-lying playmaker. I would say more of a deep-lying playmaker like Rodri. Speaking of similar players, Rodri, Curtis Jones and Frank Rijkaard are some players who have a similar playstyle and attributes to him, and it really depends on the development if he either will become more like Rodri, Curtis Jones or Rijkaard, because of course there are differences among them. If he becomes more of a deep line playmaker, then maybe more like Rodri or Rijkaard. With continued development, Ayyoub could emulate the impact of players like Gundogan, who balance defensive duties and offensive contributions, and his potential is very high, so let's see how he develops. Be on the lookout for his Champions League and Ligue 1 performances, as they will likely attract big clubs. As always, stay tuned for more Wonder Kids, and tell your friends about Ayyoub Bouaddi. Check out my playlist full of players with world-class potential.